Hey guys, we're gonna do an opening here of the Marvel Spider-Man's Universes Beyond Magic the Gathering pre-release kit. Um, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to build a pre-release deck. I'll do my best. If you guys have any suggestions on things I could have done differently, feel free to put that down in the comments below. So first off, we've got the cardboard box it comes in. Comes with a couple of punch outs, some +1/+1 counters that have Spider-Man's face on the other side. Yeah. And then this is the good stuff here. We've got the actual pre-release kit. We've got a spin down die with the Spider-Man symbol on it. And then quick little information thing on how to build a pre-release deck. There's a little divider so that you can use the box to put your deck in during pre-release. And then we've got our pre-release promo here, which we got Moreland, Devourer of Spiders. For X and 2 black, you get a legendary creature, vampire villain. He is a 2/1 with lifelink. He enters with X +1/+1 counters on him. And when he enters, he deals X damage to target opponent. Okay. Doesn't seem too bad. Especially since you get to drain them because you gain life from this lifelink. And then we'll see what the booster packs have for us. So usually during pre-release, it's timed. It's about 50 minutes to crack open your packs and build your deck. So I find it's important to build your deck while you're cracking open your packs. So I always sort them by color as I go. So blue, red, artifacts, black, white, blue. And then also, as I'm going, if I see anything that stands out to me, I put that aside in its own pile as just of cards that I want to play. So like this Morbius Living Vampire card looks like it'd be a good card to play. So I'm going to go ahead and put that aside. I know that I want to be drawn towards those colors. We've got a rare land, so any rares I put in that same pile. Another card that wants us to play Demir. Land and token. So I don't really take time at this point to see what the cards do individually because, like I said, it's a timed event, so it's best not to spend too much time just reading cards. Like, it doesn't matter how good a white card is if when you're done separating everything you only have 2 white cards, you're probably not playing white. So that's a gold card, but not a gold card that I'm particularly excited about. So, whereas this is a gold card that I am excited about. Rare, so that goes in that same excited pile. Another rare, foil rare, and land token. White. Gold card I'm excited about. Another gold card I'm excited about. SpiderMan India. And then we've got Friendly Neighborhood. It's a rare. We'll take a look at that later. Chakra Unshakable. And some more lands. Okay. But yeah, if you guys end up going to a SpiderMan pre-release, put down in the comments, let me know how you guys did. I'd be interested to hear. I've already done one pre-release earlier today. Did pretty well. I went undefeated with my deck. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was just a very consistent deck. So if you stumbled even in the slightest, my deck looked to take advantage of that because it was super consistent. Spider-Woman, Stunning Savior. I ended up pulling in my pool 4 copies of Radioactive Spider. So my curve was very low, and if there was ever a turn that you had to take off and not do anything, you were going to start getting run over. My deck always had something to do. Which goes to show you that you don't need the most powerful cards in order to win at a pre-release. Just a solid core of cards can get you there. As long as you draw well, your opponent doesn't, you know. Everybody's pretty much on an even footing. That's why I like pre-releases. Carnage, Crimson Chaos. That looks pretty cool. Token. Okay, last pack. Still no Soul Stone. Maybe in the next one. We'll have to see. We've got some prize packs from the first pre-release that I did. Maybe that one will have, one of those will have the Soul Stone in it. One can dream, right? SpiderMan, Heroic Horde. That's an interesting card. Raging Goblinoids. Ooh, this is the scene variant of Multiversal Passage. So this is part of a bigger scene you can put together with a couple of the cards. And this is a pretty cool land. It's when it enters, you choose a basic land type, and then you can pay 2 life to have it enter untapped. Otherwise, it enters tapped. And this land is that basic land type, so it's great fixing. Happy to have that. And then we've got a foil spider suit, token. Okay, so let's see what lands we have for fixing. We can take away the tokens and the basic lands. That doesn't really matter. So we've got these lands for fixing. These are the cards that we want to see if we can play. Which of these are rares and which colors overlap? We've got a Grixis land, so we've got some pretty good fixing. I don't know if maybe we could just go crazy and play all of our cards. Like, honestly, when it comes to pre-release, I've always found that if you can force as many rares as possible, that's probably the deck you should be playing. So we've got the Grixis land, we've got the Bant land, we've got Multiversal Passage, white, blue, green, red, and another white blue. So anything white and blue, especially blue based, seems like it'd be good. Cards we want to play, we've got Silk Web Weaver, which is green and white, web slinging. When you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 green and white human. So if we're going to play a lot of creatures, this is good. If we're going to do web slinging, this is a good card to have around. So we'll put that aside with that in mind. Crimson, when it enters, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains blah blah blah. So this looks like something we're going to want to play with a Mayhem deck. Anything where we're filling up our graveyard with cheap creatures. Spider-Woman, Stunning Savior, Flying, Venom, Blast, artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter tapped. So a bit of a hate bear with flying. That's not bad. This is just a great big flyer. Yeah, and when it attacks, other villains get flying. Put that in case we end up in villains. Friendly Neighborhood Aura. When it enters, create 3/1/1 green and white human. That looks pretty good if we go with like this web slinging style deck. Using like Silk. So we'll keep that there. We've got SpiderMan India. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Santos, do you want us to pronounce it? Something. When you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains flying until end of turn. So that looks like more of the casting creature spells type of deck, which the other deck that I played that did well had a lot of web slinging, so I am comfortable with that. I know it'll make a good deck. Mana value among permanents you control. We'll put this with the other villains, but I feel like that's not an archetype that's super well supported. We've got Spiders Get Riot. Spells and abilities can't be countered. Damage can't be prevented. The problem is the Spider-Man deck, it really wants to be banned. So we'll put this over here, but I'm not sure we're going to want to play it. I do like Black Cat. It's got like a double steal effect from your opponent's top 9 of their library. That would be like doing with the villains deck. That's good here, and then we've got these two. Like honestly, we've got 2 different ways that we could build the deck. We could either do the villains deck, or we can go for the more web slinging deck. Let me see what other web slinging we have in the green. And now we will keep these separated. This makes a lot of creatures, which is great. It's just pumps creatures. Let's see. Power's a good fight spell. Guy in the chair. It's alright. What do we have in white? Got a removal spell. bomb spell that can give evasion. That's not bad. Removal spell. This just gains us some life. No, it does pump up the spiders, so if we're going to go with the spiders, that doesn't look bad. This looks good. Because remember, we're also going to be trying to take advantage of some of the web slinging effects if possible. So if it has a good ETB that we can use more than once, that it's not a bad thing to do. I don't really care much for Flash Thompson. Web Up is a good removal spell. Another attacker. Another Starling. Now what do we have in blue? Spider Bite is a good card, lets you bounce creatures or non-land permanents, either yours or your opponent's. So if you want to use your enter the battlefield effects again, you can, or if you want to just get your opponent's creatures out of the way, it also does that. We've got solid counter spell, another removal spell, another one of the counter spells. I really like this card, the Oscorp Research Team. For 4 mana, you get a 1/5, which is impossible to attack through. And then when you have 7 mana, you can use it to draw 2 cards. If the games get grindy, being able to draw cards is a huge bonus. So I wouldn't mind playing that. Crazy about any of these. Wouldn't mind playing that, I guess. Another research team. That doesn't seem bad. He becomes an 8/8 as long as you've been playing Magic. And if you control another villain, he has hexproof. Don't really much care about the villain part. The fact that he can become an 8/8 as long as the game is progressing is not bad. So I think right now I'm looking to play Bant. So we'll put all of this aside, and afterwards we can try and look and see how a Grixis Villains deck would play. But I think for right now I want to see what sort of a Bant Heroes deck we can make. So play that. 2 university campuses. And we've got the urban retreat. What do we have here? Spider suit is a solid equipment. I think that's really the only card that I want to play out of that. I mean, the subway train can be a solid ramp spell. Yeah, since we're going to be playing 3 colors, we'll go ahead and consider it. So then you have to worry about the curve. You don't want to build your deck in a way that you're sitting around on certain turns without anything to do. Put the lands up here. Got a 2-drop, 5-drop, another 2-drop, Another 5 drop, 4 drop, 4 drop, 5 drop, 4 drop. Got 2 of the Oscars. Couple of counter spells. Got 2 of the Spectacular Tactics. Split. Gun in the chair. SpiderMan, Heroic Board. So, I think I have too many 5 drops. Let me go ahead and count out how many cards I have in total. So 4 plus 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 15. 29 cards. So I need to cut 6 cards. Anything have double color pips? I've got these 2 Amazing Acrobatics, which have double blue pips, which might be a little difficult for me to play in a 3-color deck. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out as easy cuts. Could probably do without so many 5 drops, so let's see what all these do. Puts a +1/+1 counter. Draw a card. Oh, there's a lot of +1/+1 counters in this deck. Doc Ock feels a little out of place. SpiderMan, yeah. Puts +1/+1, more of that. That's good. Maybe cut these 2 Starlings. I'm not crazy about the subway train. Where does that put us? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures. 23 total cards with 17 lands. And then, given our cards, I think I want to do like a 6 green, 6 white, 5 blue, because I have pretty much a even split all throughout the colors, but the blue cards I don't really need blue mana until like turn 3, 4. Because this one I can play as a white spell, so as long as I have a plains, I'm fine. And then with the green, I can start making other colors. So yeah, that's the pre-release deck that I would go. Well, we've got these dual lands, so these are all three, and then these are those two. So I'd probably do three planes, three islands, and then seven forests. Is that what that leaves me with? So no, probably do 4, 4, and 5. That would put me at 17 lands. So yeah, do probably 4 green, 4 forests, 4 islands, and 5 plains. I think that would probably be the best land base for this deck. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you've learned a little bit more about how to play in a pre-release and can go with a little bit more confidence into your SpiderMan pre-release. Okay guys, so this is the base of the villains deck for the same pre-release pool. There's good removal and some solid creatures. It's got a good curve. I decided not to go with the red. I didn't think it was really necessary, and the fixing's not quite as good in the Grixis colors. We only have the one Oscorp Industries and then the Multiversal Passage again. There's a lot of cards that care about having villains though, such as Prowler and Venom's Hunger, so I just thought it was good to explore another option with the same pool. Like, that's one thing about pre-release, is if your first deck's not working out, don't be afraid to completely change it. Like, it's a very casual environment, and you're mainly there to have fun. So if you think you'd have more fun playing with the villains build, then play with that build. And if you'd rather play with the SpiderMan build, then do that one. Yeah. Hopefully you guys go out there and crush it at your pre-release, and maybe you learned a little bit from my experience today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.